Let's ask Sophie if she can hear now. Sophie, can you hear? Phoebe. Sophie, did you catch that? I'm terrible with names. Could you change your name? Do you mind? I'm shocking. Hi, Sal. Did you write it down?
Some of them.
Ben, why are you late?
No.
You're always almost late. Like vomiting and throwing up. Or...
No, like I was in another class and then
Well, you got to read what you get this lesson. You don't need too much. Come on, try and get here on time. It's a bit annoying. It took me a long time to learn Carlos's name. And now I've got your name wrong. And then I call you Winter. I do worry. Oscar, Castro, Carlos, Winter. Best not to write all the time, because if you do, then you'll kind of learn it and then you speak it. And it won't sound natural, it just sounds like it. All of you, your English is good enough. You don't. All of you, your English is good enough. You don't need to write everything down. Then remember, don't need to. All right, let's have everybody just stood up for 1 minute. Separate out, same as we did before, and then just practice your first 1 minute, okay? So everybody stand up, spread out, your first 1 minute practice. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, this is assessed. Come on, everybody, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, let's have a cry. Let's try again. Phoebe. Are you hearing that? I need you stood up. Come on, don't sit down. Stand up. Come on, you can't practice standing. Carlos, you as well. Come on. Everybody, let's up. Even spring. Stand still. That's good for you. Yeah. Excellent. Total length is 3 minutes. Can you got 1 more minute to practice? Sit down, take it. Yeah, no, that's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about ready. If you want to sit back down. So we're going to have Sophie then. Which means, Ryan, you have the chopsticks in here. So what we'll do then, we'll go for 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes, and then after 2.5 minutes, then spring, you'll give us the sign, yeah? And then when you see the sign for the spring, that brilliant. That means you need to wind down, okay? Can you make 2.5 minutes? Sure you can. Here you go, right, here we go.
Wait.
Right, wait. Can you hear me? Sophie, can you hear me? Right.
Imagine you're now a senior. Imagine you're now a senior student. And everyone here are on our way to Purdue, except you. And then your classmate asks, why are you still here? Shouldn't you go with them? And then you answered, because I only got 79 on my TOEFL, so I can't go. Oh, how embarrassing. So getting well prepared for TOEFL is very important. And today I'm going to talk about how to beat the 80 score threshold on TOEFL exam. In my opinion, expanding your vocabularies is very important. As you all know, we have reading, listening, speaking, and writing. You will definitely encounter some words you don't know, but the more words you know, maybe you have the ability to guess what the word's meaning is, but the more words you know, the more time you save for the test. So vocabularies are important. And how to expand your vocabularies? Read and listen. Read whatever you see and listen to whatever you hear. Because you have to absorb all kinds of information in your daily life. And so you can, because you don't know what will appear in the test. And through reading, you will know, you can learn more words, and you can also learn how others express their thoughts and also grammar. So, and through listening, you can also have the same effect. Oh, and I hope we can all go to Purdue together. Thank you.
Sophie, the only thing I'd say to you was try and make eye contact, because when you talk, you tend to look right in front of you, and then you don't really even look at like. Can you turn yours off? It is off. So it's just my incredible voice. And William. Chinese. Like, most everybody laughs at my. Oh, Shaka. Come on, who's going to go next? In that case, go on, Victoria. Come on, Victoria, you have a go. Come on. It's right, okay. Okay, right, let's go.
Okay, hello everyone, and I'm going to begin with a small story of myself. So when I'm in senior high school, I signed up the TOEIC test because we need the English certification to apply for college. And because of the tight schedule we have in senior high school, so I didn't prepare it very much. And until I see the TOEIC test, I only know that there will be 200 questions, and I only know the time limit. So it was a very terrible experience because it's the first time I did 200 questions in a row, and I almost fell asleep in the middle of the listening questions. Yeah. And so today I'm going to talk about 3 tips to get 80 score in TOEFL test with well prepared. I'm Victoria. The first thing is to fully understand the content of TOEFL test. You have to know what the test is about, like how many questions will there be and what the questions is about. And the second thing is take a mock test. Instead of just signing up in crime school and buy a pairs of reference books because you think you couldn't make 80 score. Do a mock test is the most immediately way to know what you lack, and you can have a experience of what the true test were going to be like. And the third thing is, after you take the mock test, you can know what your weak point is. So the third thing is to make a plan and fill up the whole, yes, and fill up your weakness, yeah. And from a study, it shows that Taiwanese TOEFL score is about 84. So every person in this classroom can make it, and I wish we can all make it. And thank you.
Don't even start that. Don't even start it. You will watch it. This is your homework. You need to watch yourselves tonight.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Do you know the average score of the TOEFL test? Let's just assume Victoria didn't just say that, because I found that today earlier. So the average score is 82. And yeah, no, this is like worldwide. It's not Taiwanese. So yeah. Okay, so if you're a little bit anxious or worried about the test, then this little fact would maybe somehow encourage you. And I'm Avery from the ME department, and today I'm going to give you 3 tips for pass the 80 points score. Okay, so the first one, I think it is the most important one, is to make sure you are familiar with the type of the question. So you won't be, you have a decent amount of idea what you are doing during the test. And the second tip is to make a study plan. So you have an idea like when are you going to take the test. So you won't probably procrastinate to the last minute to prepare for all the stuff, and you will be really stressed out. And the final tip is to practice. And you can find many resources from internet and or books. So make sure you practice enough before you actually get the test. And besides just practicing the test, you should also make sure you know your weakness, so you can work on it more to make it maybe your strength. And if you have further question or something about the test, I think you should always ask Pat or William. So both of them might give you better advice than me. So that's my tip for today. Thank you all for listening.
Give me more than 1 or 2 words, yeah? Who's evaluating? Is that Carlos? Is that you? I really trust you, like, not at all.
喂，你好了吗？好。Hi everyone. Before I start my presentation, I would like to ask you guys some questions. Are you struggling preparing for TOEFL test? Are you still deciding which book is the best for you? Are you the master of TOEFL William? If you are not William, and your answer for the rest of the 2 questions are yes, then this presentation will be useful. Probably not for him, so just, okay. And let's start the presentation by introducing, a quick introduction for the format of TOEFL, and following by some tips about the TOEFL test. And in the end, I will recommend a book to you guys. So let's begin. And firstly, TOEFL test consists of 4 sections: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So better know about the test descriptions and the details. It's the fundamental part. to know what your enemy looks like, so you can defeat him. And secondly, some tips about TOEFL. First, I think memorizing vocabularies and read English articles is pretty important, like just what Pat do to us every English class. To read your magazines and make sure you memorize the vocabularies every day. And then you could conquer the reading part. And for speaking, it's actually about the fluency and your thought organization, instead of just using a lot of fancy words in your answers. So it's quite hard for Taiwanese to practice their English speaking. But fortunately, there are a lot of online platforms for you guys to practice, such as Tutor ABC or eTalking. Okay, that's the tips. And that's, I'm going to recommend a book to you. It's called The Official Something TOEFL IBT Test that Pat just sent. Yeah, that book. The official TOEFL book. Yeah, it's a great book recommended by Pat.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm aware that all of you have to take a TOEFL test in like 2 years. And if you are not William, I think you need to listen to this presentation. So my name is Ian, and my first tip is to take a practice exam, because if you take the exam, you will know your weak point and you can know how to prepare for your TOEFL exam. And for the reading section, I think you need to limit your time to 20 minutes per passage, because when you are taking a test, you will be nervous and you can't choose the right answer. And for the speaking section, I suggest that all of you have to record your answer and listen to it, and maybe you can repeat answering the same question, and you will find you'll be better and better. And for the listening section, since we have 2 years, I think we could listen to some music and look some TED Talks, and that can improve your listening skills. And for the last section is writing. Yes, it's writing. I think what we do in Pat's class can improve our writing. So just follow by step, and we could have a higher score than 80 when we finally take the TOEFL test. And I hope all of us can go to Purdue 2 years later. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay. So again, hello, everyone, and okay.